Balloon Beats.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Live. As usual, I'm your host, Patrick Hensey, joined this afternoon, this morning, whatever you want to call it, by the man. Today, he's Chef Lonzo. He's usually Jay Lonzo. How are you doing, Dylan?
Feeling good. How are you feeling?
I'm fantastic. Can't complain.
Wow. I was going to say, where's the can't complain?
Yeah, listen, I'm excited because we have a lot of content coming today. Listen, chat, in case any of you missed the post-game last night, we were doing a watch party directly after the pregame today. So we're going to be live for the entirety of the game. But before we talk about today's game at all, let's take attendance/roll call. You guys know the deal. Shout out to Spades. We got Steven, Lori, Ed King. We got Austin Lugo, Andrew, Sean Petrucci. I heard he's a great guy.
Pretty cool guy. You should think about hiring him for Unhinged.
Maybe. I don't really like his name too much, but we'll see. We got Slayer Gaming, Jesse Dominguez, Stevie Bats, Jesse Sanchez, RBF, Kyle. Listen, sorry if I missed anybody. Hope everyone is enjoying their Thursday afternoon. Jalen, before we look at the lineup for today, let me just say I'm not that big of a fan of weekday day games.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this at all, actually. If I had the choice, I would have definitely slept in all day. I feel like a lot of college students are kind of in our boat, like we're finishing up our semesters. My semester ended early. I was done last Friday, so
must be nice. No, it must be. I have like 3 weeks to go, but whatever. Let's take a look at the Yankees lineup for today. You will notice that Aaron Judge is once again missing for the second straight day. But DJ is at first. Then you got Stanton, Torres, Urshela, Odor batting 5, Hicks 6. I'm going to be honest, that 5-6 of Odor Hicks isn't really that too pretty. And then you got Sanchez, Frazier, Gardner, and then Monty on the mound. Listen, Jalen, I'm going to be honest with you. After that 4 spot in the lineup, I'm really not too confident in any of those guys.
I mean, yeah, I'm not too upset about Odor and Hicks and 5-6 because who else are you putting there? Like,
no, I guess.
Everyone else in the bottom half of that lineup has been struggling this year. I know, I do like the fact that Clint last night, that might have been his coming out party. I don't want to jinx it. Knock on wood, but
jinxes aren't real, by the way. So yeah,
if you say so, because I just want everyone to know. Yesterday, Pat says Domingo Germán is throwing a no-hitter, and the next thing you know, he gives up a hit in the next inning.
All right. Well, I think it was 2 innings after, to be honest.
It was 1. It was that inning.
Well, okay, so maybe I'm to blame for Domingo Germán not throwing a no-hitter. But still, it's like, I guess with what the Yankees have to currently work with, this is probably like one of the best lineups that they could be assembling, right? I mean, unless you're like throwing Higgy at catcher, which isn't going to happen for the 3rd straight day. 4th straight day, considering he's going to be catching Cole tomorrow too. So I guess it makes sense to get Sanchez in there. However, Jalen, Jordan Montgomery's on the mound tonight. Well, this afternoon. I kind of have high expectations for him simply because of the past 2 starts we've seen from Kluber and Germán. Like, I'm just really hoping Monty can continue that trend.
Yeah, I think our starting rotation has been improving the deeper that we get into the season. I mean, Cole's just kind of been just dominant since day one. I know opening day he didn't get the win, but he's just been solid, rock solid from the beginning. And Cole's actually, it's funny because Cole is someone who traditionally starts slow.
Yeah.
He has not done that this year.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah,
you know what? I don't know if I want to credit it to the baseballs, but it seems like all the pitchers are just dominating this year. Like offense is
yeah,
at a premium. However, Jalen, there's another thing I do want to talk about. Mike Talkman had a coming out party in his first game with the
yeah.
Giants last night. I believe he went 3 for 4. But we know like this is what the dude's capable of. And while it does suck to see him like succeeding with another team, kind of makes me happy because it's not like he was going to get that opportunity here.
It's also like it's not like we didn't predict it or anything, you know. Like
No,
it's
yeah.
not like we all haven't been saying give Mike Talkman a chance. But yeah, hopefully he hits his stride in San Francisco. I'm glad that they traded him like to the National League as far away as possible because
Oh, yeah.
it would really suck for him to you know become some dominant player in like I'm trying to think of like the Chicago White Sox. We have to face him in a playoff series.
Yeah, I mean, I was even gonna say, like, bro, he's like your typical Toronto Blue Jay.
Yeah, no, for
Like,
sure.
he would go to the Blue Jays and become an absolute beast, Randall Grichuk style.
Yeah.
However, once again, we have a lot of stuff to talk about today. Did you see that by July 1st, Yankee Stadium and all the other outdoor venues, 100% capacity?
That's crazy. I'm so excited. You know what that
That's
means?
way
That
early than
means
what we thought.
no, yeah, but I also think regardless of like why they're making that decision, that means that the Yankees are actually going to have some kind of home field advantage because I feel like if you look at kind of the past Yankee games at Yankee Stadium, they're obviously are fans there,
Yeah.
and there's some games where it gets loud, but it just kind of feels like when you know those really like boring like games that maybe get like rain delayed. It almost looks like that, not a real Yankees home game.
No,
So
I would have to agree.
the fact that they have full capacity from July on is they actually have home field advantage for some big games.
No, I
So
know. And like it's so
that's
much fun to think about because when we first heard like I believe opening day they started at 20% capacity, I believe,
I think it was 20, yeah.
or 10, something like that.
Well, no, it was
But
originally gonna be 10, and then before opening
yes.
day they boosted it to 20.
Yeah, and then kind of we were like looking towards like the season moving forward. We're like, all right, maybe 50% by July, 75 by September, and then 100% by the playoffs. Bro, we're at 100% by July. Let's
Yeah,
get it. Bro, the
thank
playoffs are
goodness.
going to be ridiculous this year.
I cannot wait.
It's gonna be unbelievable. And everyone kind of called me crazy when before the season started and we found out the Rangers were gonna be doing like 100% capacity for I think their opening series. And I was
Yeah,
like, like this is kind of a good thing for the rest of the league because if they're able to pull that off and like there's no like huge spike in cases as a result of it, like that's just a sign moving forward that like big stadiums like Yankee Stadium could do it. And I'm pretty sure reports came out like a week ago or something that there were no like major spikes from the Rangers opening series. So listen, I'm excited for Yankee Stadium to be back at 100%.
yeah.
Like you said, like it kind of feels like a rain delay crowd so far. So that's something to look forward to. But you know what else we have to look forward to, Jalen?
So
Taking 3 out of 4 from the Baltimore Orioles, and that's gonna happen today.
we better. I mean, I feel like that first game was so like another one of those rock bottom games. They have to take 3 out of 4 out of the series. If they take 3 out of 4 from both of their road series and come back home one game under what are they right now? Are they 11-13?
Right now, I think they're 10-13. Let me check. They are
You might be
11
right.
and 13. They're
Yeah,
11 and
so
13.
if you come back one game under 500 after
Yeah.
like what they left at, I think they were 6-11 when they left. So you come back 6-2 on this road trip.
Yeah.
That's a solid road trip. That's a really
No,
solid road trip for how
but
much they
that's
were
kind of
struggling.
why that's kind of why like you need to kind of win today because I
Yeah,
mean you need to win today just so my prediction could be correct because before the road trip I said the Yankees need to take 6 out of 8 of this road trip in order for them to like be back on track and they're kind of really on pace to do that now. I think they're going up against Jorge Lopez this afternoon, who kind of sucks. I hate to say
yeah,
it, but like he's not good. If they don't absolutely rake against him, I'm gonna be a little bit upset. But also kind of going back to the 100% capacity thing. Jesse Dominguez said Subway Series on July 2nd to the 4th. Can't wait. That's going to be fun because that's going to be the Yankees' first series with 100% capacity, right?
I would assume so. Yeah, unless
Yeah,
there's like a series that goes into May 1st, but that would make sense for it to be the first series. But
bro.
all I
Imagine
know,
Cole versus DeGrom with
yeah,
100% capacity.
You know what's funny about that is Cole versus DeGrom the score would be 0-0 into like the 12th inning
No, I
because
know.
both teams don't want to give run support.
Yeah. There was something else I want to talk about from today's game. But there was a comment that I wanted to bring up that I saw Sean kind of talking about. No, Stanton must stay at 2. He's been hot since sitting there. What do you think about Stanton in the 2 hole? Because personally, I
Love
really
it.
like it. Mainly because like we see the damage that he could do in the 2 hole, and also if you go back to his 2017 season with the Marlins, I'm pretty sure the majority of that year when he put up an MVP season, he was mostly in the 2 hole.
Yeah, I love him in the 2-0. I think he's not really like Judge takes a lot of walks if they're given to him. Like we always talk about how he's always at 3-2 in the count, but Stan's not necessarily a walk drawer, if that makes sense. Like he's up there to hit. He chases a lot, so when he's in the 2-hole, he gets so many more pitches to hit. So I'm way more okay with Stan being hot and doing damage, and Judge not getting a lot of pitches to hit. At least now, while Luke Voigt's out. Um, Stan's bat when he's hot is like ridiculous. Like he just hits everything 120 miles per hour. So I think if this was Boone's decision, I'll give credit where credit is due. I think this was a smart decision. He wasn't getting a lot of pitches to hit. He was chasing. He was struggling to start the season. They moved him to 2, and all of a sudden he gets hot. So um, I'm a huge fan of Stanton in the 2-hole.
Yeah, I mean, also it's because I think once Luke Voigt comes back, having Judge bat 3 and Voigt 4 is kind of the ideal scenario. Right
Yeah,
now, Judge 3 is not really that good just because he has no protection behind him. So it's like when Judge does bat 3, either cleanup guys like Mike Ford or Rougned Odor,
yeah.
and we know like Judge isn't going to be getting any pitches to hit.
Even if it's Gio or Shola, like Gio's probably besides Stanton our hottest hitter, and people are probably still not too scared to pitch to him.
Yeah, yeah. Um, let's see. Joseph has a prediction for Stanton. Stanton goes 2 for 5, but hits a big homer.
I
Bro,
like that.
I think Stanton has kind of gone like under the radar the past few days. I mean, for the past week, I guess at this point, he's just been raking bro.
Yeah,
Even his outs are ridiculously hard hit. Like he's locked in.
and it's funny because no matter what, Yankees fans are still going to hate on him.
I think I've kind of seen like the hate for Stanton be a little bit lessened over the past season just because there's so many guys who are doing worse than him. So like Aaron Hicks, Gary Sanchez, Clint Frazier, these are
Bro,
all guys that have taken the hate away from Stanton.
that's true. However, before this week or I'd say before the Cleveland series, I saw so much hate for Stanton,
I
like so
know.
much, such a ridiculous amount, and it's just
It's
like
so weird.
it's so funny how like quickly we forget what he's capable of, what he did literally just a few
In
months ago.
October. Yeah.
Yeah, literally just a few months. Not like we're not going back 2 years, like just a few months ago, and now he's doing it again. This is like what that looked like. That playoff run looked like this. This is just more of over a period of time because it's the regular season.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're not facing the same pitchers all over again.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm glad he's balling out. I think he's gonna end up with a huge, like he's gonna have one of those seasons that like has a huge stat total. He's or stat stuff for season.
Yeah.
That's what it's looking like
Listen,
right now.
I think because he's currently leading the team in RBIs, correct?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Even when he was struggling, he was still leading the team in RBIs. Like he was still
He was coming up
getting
with
the
the big
job.
hits.
Yeah, he was getting the job done. So
Yeah, I mean, right now he has 15 RBIs, which is pretty solid through the month of April.
and what's that, six home runs as well?
Yeah, 6 home runs. So listen, why does this stream always end up with me like trying to do math? I'm trying to like proportionate like what that equals on a 162 game stretch. But like I guess that's like maybe like 40 home runs, 100
Sure,
RBIs. I don't know.
sure.
That's my assumption. I have no idea, but that would be a solid season. Like, I think this season he's going to shape up to be better than his 2018 year, as long as he
I agree.
stays healthy.
No, I
Because I
agree.
think 2018 he hit what 38.
It was 38 and 100. He hit probably like around 270, 260, something like that. I think he's
Yeah,
going to hit for like a pretty decent average, like in the 270 to 280 range this year. Because he was struggling so much, and he already brought his average up like
no, I know
150 points in a week.
he was
I know
batting
it's
like
early, but
120 last week.
yeah, I know it's early, but still.
Yeah, Jesse Dominguez brings up a point. Wandy Peralta was added to the active roster and is wearing number 58. It hurts.
We're gonna
But
see him tonight for sure. I know it.
I'd like to see him pitch well though. Like as much as I miss Talkman, bro. Like if Wandy Peralta could be a gem, a diamond in the rough, as you could call him, bro, it would make me feel a little bit better about the trade. But right now, I just
Yeah,
really miss Mike Talkman.
yeah, it's tough.
Especially, bro, like watching Brett Gardner last night. Like
Well,
that should be Mike Talkman's at bat.
especially with this whole like little Aaron Judge like fake injury thing, that also pissed me off as well.
Don't even get me started with that because I don't understand. We could talk about this because I don't think we really touched on Judge sitting for the second day in a row. He's sitting for the second day in a row after being pulled from what was that Monday night's game, Tuesday night's game?
Yeah, I think it was Monday.
I think it was
Or no,
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It was
Tuesday. It was
Tuesday night's
Tuesday.
game in the ninth inning because apparently he couldn't play 3 more outs in a right field. Boone pulled him because he looked sore. Now, I don't know how a guy could look sore. Apparently, Judge didn't complain about anything, but now he's sitting 2 straight days. Hopefully we see him tomorrow in the Bronx. But, bro, this is getting like a little bit out of hand, like the babying of Aaron Judge.
No, yeah, it's a trend, but I've kind of just grown to accept it and live with it because this is what they're gonna do. That we talked about it from day one, and even in spring training, the preservation plan of Aaron Judge and even Stanton. I know that they're trying to get him to October healthy rather than have him be injured midway through the year. They'd rather have him sit out here, game here and there. And I did blame Aaron Judge a little bit over the course of the past 3 years for some of this softness. However, with Aaron Boone saying that this is not something that Judge comes to him with, I guess that you just kind of have to blame the front office and Boone. So
Yeah, I mean that's probably it at this point. It's just like the preservation plan has kind of gone above and beyond. Like we always thought the preservation plan was kind of just be like, oh, Judge isn't going to be like diving for routine fly balls and just he's going to be more cautious with his body. But now the preservation plan is kind of just like, yo, like any ache or pain, you're done. Like you're done for a week, and it's kind of annoying. But shout out to Ruben Cruz with the $5 dono. Appreciate you, my man. Round of applause to you, Ruben. This just blew my mind. Stanton 2017 in the 2-hole had 47 home runs in only 419 at-bats.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
He was unreal in 2017.
He's capable of doing that again. Like I don't think people think just because he did it in 2017 like MVP or it was just so shocking because we've never seen, or I mean, at least like in our age, not in our generation, we've never seen someone go off like that.
No, yeah.
Like it was. I remember literally watching SportsCenter, and the first highlights would be like Stanton hit a home run again, or Stanton hit 2 home runs again.
And
it was crazy.
Not even like cheapies, like blasts,
bombs, lasers, and it was just like ridiculous. But he's like, that's what he's capable of, and he showed that he's still capable of it in the playoffs. And bro, like he's quietly like going off right now. I know it's not all home runs, but we don't need that. Like we don't need him to hit 15 to 18 home runs in the month of April. Like when this, I bet you. I mean, again, knock on. I say this about everything that I say positive about the Yankees. Knock on wood. But if he's healthy in like June, July, August, he's gonna go off because he's a warm weather hitter. And I don't know if you remember in that 2018 season when he hit 38 home runs, he did have a stretch. I believe it was in like August or late July to August where he did go off, and he was just kind of like hitting a home run every single day, and no one understood what the hell was going on. We've never seen that before. Even Judge didn't like. Judge was consistent. Gary, I think Gary is like a closer example of like what it looks like for someone to just be like, how did you hit another home run again? Like, when Gary first came up, I think it was 2016. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, no, he was like Babe Ruth level, and it seems like the Yankees always have like that one guy who just comes up and just starts raking. Like we talk about this all the time. Like they hit their peak when they first come up, and then everything's after that's kind of like downhill. But like hopefully John Carlos stands the reverse. Hopefully he comes to the Yankees, and we kind of like saw his worst, and he just continues getting better. I want to bring up this comment here. Stevie Batts says, I was reading this morning that Judge told Boone that he wanted to play, and Boone shut him down. Now,
I don't. That's not like shocking to me. I can definitely see that happening.
No, I know, especially because after what happened last year when Aaron Judge was like, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. And then his little 10-day IL stint ends, he comes back, and then he gets injured again.
Yeah.
Then I guess the Yankees are losing faith and kind of Judge when he tells them that he's feeling good. I don't know. But Ruben says this man needs to stay hot so that Boone can't sit him. I want to see this man hit 60 home runs. Let me ask you a question, Jalen. Do you think we will ever see Giancarlo Stanton hit 50 in a season with the Yankees?
It's possible. I mean, it's possible. It just comes down to health, bro. Like that's literally like that's the case for all these guys. Like
That was such a Yankee answer. Like I was expecting like a yes or a no.
if you want a yes or a no, I'm gonna say no, just because I don't
Yeah.
think he'll ever be uh, put in the position to do that. Like I don't even if he's healthy for 162 games, he's not gonna play 162 games. You know,
Fair.
so I think so far so good as far as health this year, and he's looking good. But like in 5 games, I don't know what their schedule looks like for the next week, but if they have to play a certain amount of games in a row, he's gonna sit one of them. So
Yeah.
you know, it's just kind of like he's not gonna get the proper rhythm. He's not gonna see as much time on the field as he needs to hit 60 home runs. So
Yeah. Listen, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But Jalen, how do we think Montgomery's going to perform this afternoon? Because kind of like I said to start things off today, I think we're going to see a very good start out of him. I don't think it's going to be as good as the first time he faced Baltimore because that was just he was untouchable then. But I think if we could expect anything out of Monty, I would say he goes 6 innings, gives up, let's say 4 hits, and with that 1 earned run.
bro, we've had 2 straight pitching performances go into the 7th inning, and Herman finished the 7th. I'm really listen. We talk a lot about how much the pitching has been struggling, and I am really excited to see Monty continue that on. I think he's going to go into the 7th as well. I'm going to say no runs allowed,
Oh, I like it.
and I think he's going to strike out a lot of people. It's early. People are maybe a little bit tired from last night. So I'd say Monty 7 innings, no runs, 8 Ks, 3 walks. And the Yankees, are we doing score predictions?
Yeah, do a score prediction.
Yankees win 5-0.
Okay, I like it. Anyone hit a home run?
Yes. Stanton.
Okay. I mean, listen, I think
And
that's
DJ. DJ's gonna hit a home run as well.
ooh, that's bold. I like it though. I
Yeah.
like it. I think Stanton and Clint go yard. I think Clint goes yard for the 2nd straight day.
I think so. That's a good prediction because he looked locked in last night. Even the pitches he was missing, he was fouling straight back. He's right on. He's
Oh.
getting us. He's there.
Especially against Jorge Lopez. I see it happening. I think the Yankees win today. Let's say boop 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 boop. 4-1.
Okay.
I'm seeing a 4-1 win. Jalen, you want to cheers?
Absolutely.
Got to cheers for good luck. Ready, chat. If anybody has a cup, if you have water, if you have anything, cheers with us. 3, 2, 1, bang. Let's go. You love to see that. Bro, like Jalen, we've been doing pretty good since we started cheers instead of meditating.
Listen,
Just saying.
I'm not saying it's me. I'm also not saying it's not me. So
On that
let's leave
note,
it there.
chat, you guys know the deal. We will be live at 1 o'clock for the start of the watch party. Come hang out. We're going to be live for the entirety of the game, talking about the game. I'll probably lose my mind like halfway through. So enjoy that and enjoy the downfall of Patrick Hennessy. But yeah, listen, we'll see you guys at 1 o'clock. If not, see you for the post game. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more. Peace.